Hi, I'm Donna Grigg, CEO of Propel Change, and today we have the pleasure of talking with Christie Wilson, who is the broker, owner, and CEO of the Wilson Group. Christie, thanks for joining us. It's so great to see you again.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, from a real estate perspective, I know when I call your office, I get calls back like that. And that's probably one of the biggest differences that I've seen with you and all of the people who work here, which is amazing to me. Because the number of times that people have said to me, I can't get a call back from them in an hour, in a day, and I'm saying I want to see a house, I really need to see it now, I know it's going under contract soon, and they are so frustrated. And I know of people who keep switching realtors to find one who will do that.
That's right.
All right, so now that seems simple, but I know in the business right now it is crazy busy. So tell me how you accomplish everything that you do.
Sure. Well, to the point on the phone calls. So I grew up in the business pretty much, and my dad.
And this was your dad,
This was
right?
my dad. My dad started the Wilson Group in 1988, and I came on with him in 1995. And one thing he said, whatever you do, return that phone call in the day that you receive it.
Wow.
And I have always done that, and we train our agents on that too. In fact, it's so funny, Donna, I had a closing this morning, and the closing attorney was asking my clients, well, how did y'all meet Christie? And she said, oh, she sold us a house back in 2009, and we used her because we called her on a Sunday, and she was the only agent who picked up her phone.
Wow.
And
How many agents do you think they called?
I think they said 5 on a Sunday. And this was back, I mean, in 2009, we were still very internet-based, but it was nowhere near, because now you just Google, you just take a picture of the house and you can get instant information. Right. But that wasn't the case back then. And so I've now sold those folks 4 homes. And they're like, I feel like I'm part of their family. But I had forgotten that. I was going, wow, that was just a simple phone call. Right? And I've acquired many clients that way. My father, he tells me the story that someone called him from Florida. He was selling, I think it was 12 duplexes. Dad called him back, bought them the next week. That's what my dad did, was bought and sold, flipped real estate. And another realtor called my dad and said, man, these people called me. I called them back and someone already bought this package. Dad said, when did you call them back? He said, today. He's like, when did they call you? A week ago. And Dad said, I bought this a week ago. Come on, and it's just easy. Returning a phone call, returning an email. It's easy and it's respectful. If you want to succeed in this business, you have to respect the client's needs, the potential client's needs, and do business with them the way you want people to do business with you.
Right. So you have how many agents now?
We have 51 agents.
So, and those 51 agents, and you instill that kind of thing in every one of them. I know your culture here is amazing. I've heard such great stories from all of them.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about that culture and what did you do to get it there, and where did you stub your toe a little bit maybe and go, we're not going to do that again? Not that you did, but sometimes that happens.
I'm one of those girls who really lives with no regrets, and I'm so grateful I've made all the mistakes I've made because that's gotten to me to where I am now.
Right.
Our culture is definitely so positive. The people who walk in this office, the people who work here, and I am so grateful for the people I get to work with every day because they're happy people, they're positive. When things go wrong, they're not dwelling on the negative. We work together to find a solution. We're very solution focused. So, and we want to work with a lot of upbeatness, a lot of solutions, and also, things can go wrong quickly.
In a buy or sell of a house, it almost always happens, right?
But we have to portray to our clients, I use the theory, we're ducks on top of the water. On top of the water, we need to be doing this, but below the water, we may be paddling like hell. And so that's the methodology we use with our clients. And so we just raise each other up because we know we have to be up for our clients. And it's just it's a happy culture. We work hard, but we play hard. We play well together and respect each other.
So in a culture like that, those kinds of attitudes can move into any kind of business.
Yes.
If you look at that. So I guess the question is, when you're looking for people that you want to add as an agent, how do you find those people that you know are going to fit with your culture? Because that's got to be difficult sometimes.
It's $1 million question, actually, because sometimes the way someone interviews, that may be the best day on the job ever. They're great interviewers, but when it comes to to the business, real estate's hard. You have a lot of balls up in the air at any given time. So really talking to people multiple times before I hire them, watching how they interact with me, with the office staff. If you go to lunch with somebody or coffee with someone, how they interact with the wait staff. That's hugely important, how respectful they are. And also listening to their past, and are they upbeat? Are they optimistic? Are they happy people? You have to have a lot of inner joy in this business because you are carrying a lot of weight of your client at any given time.
Right.
You're dealing with a lot of, their biggest asset, a lot of emotion and shelter for their family. And you put that all up in a jar and shake it up and all that comes out is crazy, right? So we have to manage that crazy. And we've all been there. We've all bought and sold homes. And it's just, So you have to really be able to tune into that person's self to know if they're going to be able to handle that job.
So now I'm here. I'm a new agent for you. Now I'm here. So do you throw me to the wolves and say, here's your desk? What do you do next? Because you've got to do things to instill that culture and make sure it continues. How do you do that?
Well, we offer so much training here. Okay. Every week there's at least 3 opportunities for formal training and then lots of opportunities to work with the other agents. And so we have an office where the agents actually do come in the office, and just hearing the agents talk to their clients, talk to other agents, talk among themselves about what's happening, whether in the market or with their client, that's just sort of boots on the ground training. But then the training that we formally give them. So on Tuesdays, we do our sales meeting, which we always bring something of value to them there. Every Wednesday, we have a new agent training. Once a month, we have what we call deep dive coaching, where we take a topic. For instance, right now, we're talking about listings, how you get a listing, how you interview with the client to make sure that they choose you to list their house. What plan and strategy do you put together to get that home sold? How you get it from contract to close seamlessly. And then lastly, we do a professional development class every week, every Thursday from 10 to 12. We'll bring something of value. So yesterday, for instance, was working with investors. How do you work with investors? An investor client is very different from someone who's buying their first home or downsizing. Their kids have all gone to college. Now they're buying a condo in the Gulch or something, right? So how do you look at the return for that investor? So we're always offering something that they can take out into the marketplace and be better agents for their clients. And we instill also, we're not really salespeople, we're educators. No one wants to be sold something. You want to be educated on that, but you want to see the positives. You need to see the negatives too, but we really help our clients be educated on what they're buying or selling.
So one last question for you. I have friends who have tried to buy houses, and I've tried to buy 5 houses. Every one of them are under contract by the time I get to the realtor, all of that. So what kind of secrets, if I was going to buy a house right now, what kind of secrets would you give me that we would want to make sure happened in order to not go through 5, 6, 7 houses?
Number 1, use a Wilson Group agent. And done. Use a Wilson Group agent, right? But there's only one secret. But make sure your agent knows how to create strategy for you to get a multiple offer situation. There's about 5 triggers that can help you make sure that your client gets that house. Number 1, your agent needs to be communicating with the listing agent. So if we're representing a buyer, there's 5 offers on the house. I'm picking up the phone, I'm calling that listing agent and say, hey, what's important to your seller? Is there a closing date that's important? Do they need possession after closing? What's their situation? So getting some backside information and creating rapport immediately with that listing agent. There's so many agents in the business right now. It's a challenging time. It's great that we have so many agents, but challenging because there's a lot of people out there who aren't trained. Okay, and so if it's a multiple offer situation and you're looking at, oh my gosh, this person came in $100,000 over asking, but this is this agent's first deal, how is she going to get that through appraisal? That agent that you're working with needs to be an experienced agent to get you successfully through a multiple offer. Are you pre-approved? Is it cash? If the house doesn't appraise, can you fill the gap of the appraised value to the purchase price? And what lender are you working with? There's a lot of real estate, like so many businesses, when it's hot, everyone gets in. So whether you're a realtor or a lender or whatever, so is it an experienced lender also? are you going to hit that closing date?
Got it.
So there's several things. So if your realtor starts talking strategy with you, then you're in a good space.
Okay. Rather than just do the deal.
Right. Instead of just writing it up and emailing it. If they're not talking to that other agent, and it's five, or let's even say a 2-offer, multiple offer situation. I'm always going to work with the other agent who is trying to work for their client, because I know they're going to work hard in that deal and make it a win-win for my seller and their buyer.
So I want to throw you one more curveball.
Okay.
None of these have been hard.
No, it's easy.
What's the strangest situation you've ever had?
Oh my gosh.
I promised it would be a curveball.
That is a curveball. Well, the strangest situation, I was showing a house, this is years ago, before East Nashville is East Nashville. I mean, this is in the 90s probably, or early 2000s. And I was showing a house, and it was a hoarder house. A true hoarder lived in that house.
And you had to show the house.
I was showing it to an investor. So we're literally having to walk through pathways. And there's all these aquariums that line the wall that were right above the trash. I mean, there were hefty bags full of trash in this house. This house was awful, smelled, ugh. And there's like creatures in there, some mice.
In the aquariums?
And then some reptiles. And so I am freaking out. I'm not a reptile-y person. I mean, just creatures.
So you don't have a pet snake?
I don't have a pet snake. And that is creepy when you show a house with a reptile. Okay. If I have a client who has a reptile, I'm like, get it out. It cannot stay here. But anyway, so we're going down to the basement. This is an old East Nashville house. And a lot of times the bathroom's wall backs up to the basement wall. There was no railing, so I pushed on the wall. It was like a floor joist. And it was just sort of the weirdest feeling I'd ever felt. It was kind of gushy. It just sort of went in, but sprung out. I'm like, oh my God, what kind of leak is going on here? Go down the basement. It was like Silence of the Lambs type basement. We leave, get in the car. The listing agent called me. I knew the listing agent. She said, hey, I'm just making sure you got out of the house okay. I was like, good night, woman. Why didn't you tell me, right? Why didn't you tell me what was going on here? I said, because I asked the seller, I said, why are you selling? She said, oh, I want to move out to the country, get 5 acres, a double wide, so I can I could start my home-based business, which is raising rats and mice for snake food. And I was like, okay. And she said, oh, was there a snake in one of the aquariums? Actually, there wasn't a snake. There were no snakes in the aquariums. I said, no, there weren't. There were just the little white creatures. She said, oh, that means they haven't found it yet. And so when I pushed my hand on that wall, I'm convinced now that I touched a boa constrictor and I hit it. So that's probably my strangest story that has stayed with me for the past 20 years.
I love it.
Yeah, but there's lots of strange ones, just the personalities involved. And every day, I tell everyone, every day is an opportunity for solutions.
Well, that's great. Well, I really appreciate the time today. This has been great talking to you again.
Thanks,
and I look
Donna.
forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely,
All
I do
right.
too. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Okay.
For more topics like this and to learn more about how we help our clients, please visit our website,